Okay, sales territory. A sales territory is defined as a group of present and a potential customers assigned to an individual salesperson, a group of salesperson, a branch, a dealer, or a distributor, or a marketing organization at a given period of a time. So the sales territory is a composed of a group of customers or a geographic area assigned to a salesperson. So the territory may or may not have a geographic boundaries. Typically, however, a salesperson is assigned to a geographic area containing a present and a potential customers. So the sales territory is important in a business unit containing the organization's customers. So territory design and management are important to the success of the sales force. So the sales territory is the customer group or a geographical area for which an individual salesperson or a sales team holds a responsibility. So the territories can be defined on the basis of geographic sales potential history or a combination of the factors. Reason and benefits of sales territory are better regular planned customer coverage, adequate market coverage, so maximize the sales, time management and controlling selling, traveling expenses, evaluation of field force performance, improve customer relations, avoid reputation, so better clarity of coverage. So adequate market coverage. With the proper coverage of territories, the company can better achieve the sales potential of its market. The salesperson can analyze the territory and identify and classify the customers. So at the individual territory level, the salesperson can better meet customers' needs. Divisions into territories allows the management to realign the territories. So easily customers and sales increases or decreases. So the maximum sales, it gives the maximum sales because we are focusing on a particular territory. Improve customer relations. To improve customer relations, the customer goodwill and increased sales can be expected when customers receive regular calls from the customer's viewpoint. The salesperson is the company. For example, PNG company is there. The customer looks to the salesperson, not to protector and gamblers corporate office. So the salesperson looks into the sales person. So over the years, some sales people build up such a goodwill relations with their customers that customer will delay placing their order. So because they know the sales people or the salesperson will be at their business. So on a certain day or at a specific time of month, some salespeople even earn the right to order and merchandise for certain customers. And because of sales territory, the sales territory reduces the sales expenses. Like sales territories should be designed to avoid duplication of effort, or so lower selling cost can be realized and company profit improves. So fewer travel miles, fewer overnight trips, and contacting productive customers regularly can improve the firm sales. So that also increases the cost ratio of the company. So in by using the data collected, management can make decisions about the profitability or territories and determine whether to maintain, expand or merge sales territories. So by doing sales territory, it avoids the repetitions. Like salespeople can hire and train to meet the requirements of the customers. So in a specific territory. So indications are that the greater and the similarity between the customers and salespeople, the more likely the sales effort will be successful. So we can avoid the repetition over there. So these are the reasons and benefits of the sales territory. Advantages of sales territory, it ensures better market coverage, effective utilization of the sales force, and efficient distribution of workload among the salespeople. So it offers a convenient way to evaluate the performance of the salespeople, control over the direct and indirect cost of sales functions, and optimum utilization of sales time by salespeople to hold the sales responsible for sales and services, and it also supervise and control over the sales force to compete with an in competitive market easily. It will be helpful by doing the sales territory to save time and expenses. So by appointing a salesman or a group of salesmen for a particular territory, the company is able to serve its customers more satisfactorily. So the comparison among the salesmen in possible and can be easily made. So this is so because there is equitable distribution of territories among a equally competent salesmen. So by allocating sales territories, the entire sales field of a particular organization can be covered quickly. So the assignment of particular territory to a particular salesman make the sales force to work hard. So as the man working in the particular territory has a fixed selling targets before him. So by assigning predetermined sales territories to the salesperson, the sales manager instills the element of competition among the sales force. So the competition among the salesmen definitely results in a more sales, or we can say that in a more productive manner. And by assigning the sales territory, the organization is able to know the sales potentialities of each area. So therefore comparison among sales area is possible. Size of the sales territories, there are various factors that influence the size of the sales territories. These factors are nature and demand of the products, mode of physical distribution, the selling process, and the transport and communication facilities. So in the overall market and the territory. So while dividing the size of the sales territories, the sales manager has to take into the consideration certain factors which influence the size of the sales territory. So that can be the nature of the product, demand for the product, transport facilities, competition and frequency of contact, population. These are the factors while dividing or the sales territories. These are the factors to be considered. The other factors that influence the size of the sales territory is government regulations, density of population, which is, we can say that the wide concept, a market potential and a growth rate, the level of competition, firm sales policy, ability to salesperson, and the overall economic condition prevailing in the country, and other factors. So, if a product is a consumer durable with a longer shelf life, the company may prefer to have a larger territory compared to smaller territories for the perishable commodities. So, only when there is a huge demand in the market, then companies will go for a smaller territory so the salespeople can cater the customers adequately. So when companies decide to go through the intermediaries like a wholesaler who manage distribution to the retailers, they prefer to have a larger territories. So on the other hand, in industrial buying, where bulk order booking is done by the salesperson, or in any situations where company also handles retailers, the size of the territory is kept small. So, in a market with high density of population, market potentials, companies decide to favor of small territories. So, if a company has experienced, well-trained salespeople, then they will go for larger territories. So, if a firm with a limited number of products want to earn higher profits, can go for the larger territories. So the nature of the product is, we can say that the utmost importance to ascertain the size of the sales territories. There are certain consumer products which have a constant demand in the market. So these are generally high turnover goods and need little selling efforts. So thus for such products, a large sale is required. For example, luxury products over there, durable articles like that, so need a high selling efforts and less turnover, so that a small sales territory can be assigned to them. So designing a sales territory is the next concept. Designing of a sales territory. Designing a sales territory is one of the most difficult jobs for sales managers. Various factors like the size of an organization, level of competition in each product category, etc., are considered while designing a sales territory. So, while designing your sales territory, the factors you will consider: define your market size or analyze or segment existing customers. So, conduct a SWOT analysis of the organization, set a goals and create targets, develop strategies to accomplish your goals, and review and track your results. So, you have to get the feedback from the existing customers. So getting feedback means you are like developing your things. So factors considered for the designing sales territory can be geographic area, business potential, workload, travel time and expenses, frequency and productivity, a service requirement, competition, seasonality or profitability. These are the factors we are considering while designing the sales territories.